We're down at Paddington for our weekly speed session that we host every single week here at Paddington. So tonight we're doing a session which is very transmissible to the 5k up to the marathon. A lot of these runners here tonight are running a spring race, whether it's a 10k, half marathon or a marathon. The group majority are running a marathon, and what we try to do is just give them the speed, the endurance, the technique, and also a bit of group sort of social speed running, especially at the track. And tonight they're doing a session of 800s k and 1.2k, just trying to build up in terms of some of their endurance. And we do these sessions every single week from Paddington, either jog down from the track house in Marylebone, or they meet here for a session. We do a set of drills, we do a set of strides, just trying to give them the best sort of service as a runner in terms of preparing them for a speed session. And more than anything, we put them into groups based on their current fitness, which I think is super key, because they get to meet people who are around their same fitness age, and also their training age as well, which I think is so key, rather than feeling like they're going to get left behind, which I think as a track experience could probably be one of the worst things when you're running solo. So the idea is that they get to meet people who are new. It's a very social, community-based and driven activity, and again, very big on sort of giving that personal sort of experience here at the track.
And for them, how important is it looking at the holistic, bigger picture when you've got the long runs and a Sunday, the track sessions down here? That all builds up to London, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Like, a part of our programming is obviously having a speed night on a Wednesday, and from a generic marathon perspective, you want to have your easy runs, your speed runs, and the backbone and all that is your long runs, which is something that we always provide here at Tracksmith, especially here in London as well, and across Boston and New York, wherever our track houses are. And this is just part of a pillar in terms of what you need as a distance athlete, or whether or not you just want to maybe just be better at running. Like, you want to maybe run in a community-based setting, you don't maybe like running on your own, and you can come down here at Paddington. It's free on a Wednesday night, which I think is exceptional in terms of track access and being able to have some world-class facilities. And I think in layering where you are in the training program at the moment, it's March, it's still cold here in London. You're getting to train evening with other people. Some people might not want to do it, but that motivation and trying to be a better athlete, getting yourself and giving a speed session, which I think is probably one of the sessions you want to do with other people. And I think that camaraderie is so key, especially if you're training for a marathon, which is quite a long block, maybe 10 to 14, 15. Some people might do 18 weeks. So doing it together always makes it so much far easier.
And how cool is it for you to be a part of their journey? Because you see the progress over the weeks, and then you see the results at the London Marathon. I mean, that must make you feel amazing.
No, 100%. I think it's pretty cool to see some of the people that we get as a newcomer more than anything. I think part and parcel of our community, and obviously Tracksmith, is to give what we have given is like a number of runners who are running London their first place at the London Marathon, which I think is exceptional. One of my biggest things was to give people the experience of running London. I've been lucky enough to run it 13 times, which I think is quite embarrassing for me to say that. I think it's way too many. So for me, it was my first marathon, and I think it's an exceptional day in London. And I see people very much going through that process of like a graduating from the program, and then coming back at the track house on a Sunday, the day of the race, getting their poster stamped, telling us the stories of their race, knowing that when they first came to us in January, or even before that, they were very new to running. They've never really run in a group before. They've never really knew about nutrition. And part of the parcel of our 100 days program is to educate and give runners something a little bit better. We do talks at the track house about nutrition, mindset, strategy, and obviously with our long run and our community programming, it just gives them an opportunity to just be a better runner, and hopefully equip them with the experience, the knowledge, the training, and when they line up on that race day, that they are in the best shape possible to tackle 26.2 miles.
And a lot of the people tonight are wearing, is it the new race suit, if I'm right in saying?
Yes.
That Tracksmith have got. Are you able to explain more about that?
Yeah, so tonight is a special elevated event. So during the weeks of March, so tonight's the first one. Obviously we've got next week, and in 2 weeks' time we are. Tracksmith is launching the Eliot Racer, which is their first carbon-plated shoe from the brand. It's been a long time in coming. Some of the messaging is it's about time, and I think it is about time for it to be here. We do have a try-on event, so there are a number of athletes who are trying on the racing shoe in either the ivory and gold colourway or the navy and gold, which I think look fantastic. It's a very much a shoe driven up from the 5k up to the marathon, that race day feeling. It's a shoe that you can also run your sessions and your workouts in as well. well, and giving them opportunity to wear something which is comfortable, something which is super responsive, and also give them that feeling that, hey, I want to run pretty quick. And I think this is a perfect setting here at the speed session, here at the track, to put them through their paces. And if they don't get a chance to try it today, there's obviously opportunities for them to try tomorrow, and obviously next week, and also the week after that, which I think is a great opportunity for them to give an introduction to the shoe.
The shoe itself, what are the biggest kind of characteristics that come to mind when you look at it and you go, oh wow, that looks amazing?
I think aesthetically it looks incredible. It's got a great sort of construction in terms of the outsole, the P-Bax foam, very, very sort of popular in the other running shoes on the market. The carbon plate, which sits right underneath the footbed, so your foot is closest to the foam, and also the comfort. What you want is a shoe that's very comfortable over the distance, and I personally running it this morning, found it super lightweight underfoot, super responsive and very snappy. Yet to put it through a session, but it feels like it makes you want to go quick as well. And I find that it's got great grip, and also in sort of different conditions, which is, you never know what you're going to get on race day. You're definitely able to put it through its paces, whether it's a sunny or a wet day as well.
Finally for me, but the community aspect, it's so big and the group is so diverse as well. I mean, that's something which is quite striking, and that's fantastic to see. I mean, how do you feel what you've kind of done at Tracksmith and how this has kind of grown through the years, really?
I think I remember starting the first session that we did a couple of years back in February. We had 10 people, and I think tonight we've got maybe just under 100 people here. And I think seeing everyone come by, I think it's that old saying, like, consistency builds, and if you keep building it and you keep doing it on a consistent basis, people will come along. Because, like I said, doing something like this on your own is quite tough, and like to do it with a group of people, trying to train as a better runner. So from a community aspect, to see people from different backgrounds, different genders, and like different, if you run track for the very, very first time, I always find it quite a daunting place to come, especially if you've not done it before. And from a community perspective, having people come here and obviously be a part of the community, run for the first time. And end of the day, London is, I've said it many, many times, London's a very different genre type of people. You get tons of different types of people, characteristics, and here at Tracksmith we basically accommodate anyone and everyone. As long as you're a runner, you want to come and run and improve yourself, the door's always open.